The following is a presentation of the Big Ten Conference.
We'll welcome you to the house, the big house, Michigan Stadium, for a big-time matchup.
There's Livingston up the middle. Get out of my way. Looks left, looks right. It's caught. He got to the pylon. Touchdown. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Wide open in the end zone is Colston Loveland. He's got it for a touchdown. Alex Orji to the end zone. Touchdown. Wolverines. He's got a man at the goal line. Caught. Touchdown.
It is big time. It's the big house. It's the Big Ten. And here come the reigning national champion Wolverines of Michigan. And our matchup, the Home Depot Big Ten on CBS, brings us for the second week in a row the #1 team in the country, this time on the road in Ann Arbor against the Wolverines of Michigan. We take a look at the Big Ten standings, updated to the moment. Ohio State with a win over Penn State. They keep their dreams for the Big Ten title and playoff alive. Penn State's only lost once. Oregon and Indiana, the two undefeateds. And I believe Minnesota has just beaten Illinois or is very close to it. That's what we have up to the moment. They traveled 2,300 miles from Eugene. Here comes the #1 team in the country, the Ducks of Oregon. And we welcome everybody. Brad Nessler with Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, and Gene Steratore. Partner, it doesn't happen very often. Only the third time ever that the #1 team in the country is playing the reigning champion. So Oregon's trying to get where Michigan was last year.
And Dan Lanning has told his team, we got a target on our back. We've earned that target. Let's play with that target. But they are traveling to a vintage spot.
Right.
And that Michigan fans just want that team to give them a little bit, and they'll get behind their team.
Well, we saw Oregon a week ago, and everybody knows about their offense. They've got Dylan Gabriel, a legitimate Heisman Trophy candidate. He's got weapons all over, and wide receivers, tight ends, and two great tailbacks. The thing I was impressed with last week, Gare, was their defense.
Absolutely. I mean, when you look at the best defenses in college football, you have to include Oregon. Who would have even thought about saying that a few years ago? But Dan Lanning has this team. They're spearheaded by some stars. At defensive tackle, Derek Harmon, a transfer from Michigan State. Linebackers galore, and I think arguably the best secondary in college football. 5 veteran players that are really good playing man. They got a complete defense.
Well, that secondary is going to face another new quarterback. This is the third time we've done Michigan. This is the third time we've had a different starting quarterback.
It is, but I think now Michigan's going, all right, we fight with what we got.
Yeah.
And what they got now, they're going to go back to who they started. Davis Warren will be the quarterback. He showed some signs, had a few turnovers. He'll be the passer. But I think for me, along with Davis, they got to play them both. And I think that's what they do. Alex Orji will come into the game, and I think the two of them together is the best chance for this Michigan team to win. They got to get Orji to not only run the ball, though, I think he has to give them some passing yards in this game.
Well, they did that successfully last week against Michigan State. Give them a little bit of confidence coming into this one. With more on that, Jenny Dell.
Well, despite Michigan's 5-3 record and them having 3 starting quarterbacks, that win against Michigan State reinvigorated this team. In fact, the Wolverines accomplished a feat that no team has accomplished so far this season. 0 turnovers, 0 allowed sacks, and 0 committed penalties, all in one game. That's a feat that's not only noteworthy, but shows progress. Now, the question is, can that performance be replicated against the #1 team in the country? Well, Davis Warren believes a game like that breeds momentum. He told me this team is getting better each and every week. And guys, with confidence spreading in the locker room, the Wolverines' attitude today against the Ducks, bring them on.
Bring them on. They will. The Duck fans have traveled a long ways to get to Ann Arbor. Sharon Moore, his team 5-3, 6-3 overall as the Michigan head coach. And on the other side, Dan Lanning in his 3rd season, 30 wins, only 5 losses, matching Chip Kelly for the best start through 35 games in Oregon history. The Ducks won the toss. They will defer. So we'll have Michigan receiving the football here in a packed house of 110,000 on a gorgeous autumn day here in early November.
Really, for Oregon, great news. Not really even a wisp of wind out here, right?
It was windy yesterday.
Yes, but if you're throwing the ball and you look out here today, anyone would take this.
Fifth meeting between these two teams. The last time in Ann Arbor was 17 years ago, and that was an Oregon win. Atticus Sappington's got it teed up. Keyshawn Harris is back deep for Michigan. Oregon trying to keep pace atop the Big Ten standings with Indiana and try to remain perfect at 9-0 if they can win. We're underway.